Hello and welcome to Home with Sarah Jane. In today's video, I am sharing a back to homeschool prep part 2. If you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Sarah and I'm a homeschooling mom to 2 girls, ages 12 and 15. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by once again. I do really appreciate you. So in the homeschool prep part 1 video, I was putting together some supply bins. I built this rolling cart for my high schooler and I was just getting a few things organized, but I ran out of time. So this is part 2. This is where I'm going to be putting all of my high schooler stuff into her, I guess, homeschool high school cart for next year. I'm also going to be putting together our homeschool cabinet and organizing a lot of our curriculum to make sure that it all has somewhere to go before we start the next homeschool year. But I'm going to jump into it. So this is the stack that I need to get onto this cart. I think this is going to work out so much better this year because she does have a desk in her room and the drawers in the desk are kind of shallow. They're not very wide. So it's really hard to fit all of her like curriculum and everything into her desk. So I thought that this would be good because she could roll it around her room and use it wherever she wants. So I did show you in the last video that I added like this pegboard on the side. And I actually ordered some like cups and like little organizers for this. And then I did order like the top so she can use it as a table as well. So I'm just gonna get started with throwing all of her curriculum onto this cart. I'm not gonna organize it too much. I'm gonna let her do a lot of like the fine organization, I guess you can say, since it is gonna be a cart just for her. But this is everything that she needs for first quarter. Majority of this, like her math and her language arts, it's going to be a lot of the stuff that she'll be using all year. But for history, we're using Guest Hollow. And Guest Hollow has a lot of readers that are intertwined with the curriculum. So I'm only going to be putting the books for first quarter on this cart right now. And then as she gets through the stack of books, we will just, add second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. But I think this is going to be a really good fit for Bella and make it really easy and convenient for her to keep all of her curriculum and readers together. Okay, so here's her cart. Again, I didn't really want to organize it. That would be best for me. I just wanted to get everything on the cart and then she could go ahead and organize it. So I have history at the bottom. This is math, chemistry, and language arts. This she does actually want on her, not on her desk. She wants it at her desk. So this won't be here. But inside this top one, we have some of her larger reference books for history. And then over here on this side, she's going to go ahead and do some organization on this side to put whatever she wants in here. Again, I wanted to keep that up to her. So now let's move on to organizing my 7th graders curriculum and our homeschool cabinet. Here is the condition of our homeschool cabinet right now. It's pretty empty now. I do also want to change out the baskets on the bottom so that they're all matching. I just feel like it would make me feel better. But the section of the cabinet that I'm trying to organize today is actually, this piece here. I do want to get this all cleared out. I want to put in new like pens and markers and all of that, organize our supplies, and then try and find a way to get majority of our curriculum and books and resources to fit in here. So I shared in a recent haul video that I purchased a few of these like book bins or magazine bins, paper bins, whatever you want to call them. I was looking for all white ones, like I said, but the way I'm going to actually fit them in this cabinet, they're going to face like this, so you're not even going to see the rainbow on the side. So I think what I'm going to do, because I only bought 3, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to organize these bins as like second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. like those resources and curriculum and, you know, unit studies I'll be using over the different quarters. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I like that idea. Okay, so now I'm going to be going through our supply bin. I like this little caddy because I could just pull it out of the cabinet and place it on the center of the table. And we usually have everything that we need in order to do like basic, you know, art, school, worksheets, whatever. So I'm going to kind of clean this up a little bit, get rid of what I know doesn't work, get rid of some of the old pencils and things like that, and just add in new supplies. So now I've moved on to the bins under the cabinet. Again, I wanted to put all of this stuff into matching bins because I think it would look so much better. But a lot of this stuff is from last year, so I really just need to go through it and replace it with our stuff for the upcoming school year. So another thing that I felt was pretty unorganized last year was my daughter's flashcards. These cards are for my soon-to-be 7th grader. These cards get used throughout multiple levels of the good and the beautiful. So these are the geography and grammar cards, and I feel like this just wasn't a good fit for her. She kept on ripping the bags, and I just felt like we were going through a lot of Ziploc bags. She was pretty rough on them. So I think I'm gonna try and add them to these little storage containers that I purchased, and then just label whether or not she's mastered them or she's still working on them. So I think that's what I'm gonna do with these, to just try and make it a little bit better to where we're not just wasting a whole bunch of bags. Okay, so if we find that we do not like her, what are these called? Flashcards in these little containers. My other idea is that I might hole punch the corner and put them on rings. I was also thinking about doing that, but I'm just really not sure whether or not that's gonna work for her either. So we're gonna try these little bins first and then, you know, just go from there. So now I'm gonna focus on organizing my answer keys. A lot of these answer keys are for like the digital curriculum that I purchased this year. So I purchased the digital answer keys as well. So I think, because I was going to put them in a binder and just have them all together, I think I'm actually gonna put them in this accordion binder instead. I think that I would just like this better. So I'm gonna try it out, see if I like it. Okay, so here is the accordion file that is going to be holding all of my answer keys. So I have them all in here, and then I did take the time to label them all as well, so it's completely done. Now, I do not know how I feel about this yet. I used to store answer keys like this years ago, and it worked out fine for me. But I realized, because I was going to switch to a binder this year and put everything in a binder, I realized that the binder that I wanted to use wouldn't actually fit in the cabinet where I'm storing this. The binder was just too big. So that's part of the reason why I switched over to an accordion file. If I don't like it, I will just eventually move it on over to a 3-ring binder. But for now, I'm going to see how this works. I think it'll be fine. I do think that it's going to be fine because I think I care more about where I can keep this information more than I do about the way that it's, you know, in the folder. Okay, so this is our morning basket. I've had this basket for years, and this year it is going to be set up just a little bit differently because I'm going to be adding the stuff that we do as a family in our morning time, but I'm also going to be adding the stuff that I do with Lydia one-on-one, you know, things that she's not going to be doing independently, things that she will be doing with me. So I'm going to add them to this basket as well because I just think it'll be more convenient for me to just grab this one basket every single morning, put it on the table, and work out of this basket. So that's what I plan on doing. Now, here's a stack of the things that I do believe will be going into this basket. So I like to keep our morning basket right on our piano because it is near our dining room table, and then it is also near our homeschool cabinet. Now, okay, so here is the cabinet all done. I'm hoping that this is a good fit for us. But right here on top, this I just have out as an example. This is where we will probably keep our read aloud or the read aloud that I read with only Lydia. Just up here, I have the vintage drawing books here. I'm not scheduling these in our homeschool year, but I wanted to make sure that they were out where my youngest daughter can see them because she did say that she wanted to use them this upcoming year. And then in this cabinet, this top bin, this is where my kids turn in their completed work. So I wanted to keep this in the same spot just to make it easy. We have our little caddy of supplies all refreshed. So these are those supply bins that are for specific subjects and curriculum. So as you can see, Math 7 and Language Arts 6. And again, I haven't completed this one yet, but that is going to be filled with like independent fun work or games for my youngest. I like to keep our microscope and slides out, and then there's her pocket microscope back there, and these are like stacking wooden dogs and cats. She loves those. And then down here, as you can see, I have all of our work for quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4 all ready and organized to go. So I don't have to guess, I don't have to do it later. It is all done. And then down here, I do like the matching bins. I feel like they do look better. But down here I have puzzles. I have Lydia's independent work that she uses on her own. And then this one, what was that one? Oh, those were magnet tiles. So that's what that looks like there. And then in here, ignore all of that on top. But this is where I have all of my answer keys. This is just a drawer of like overflow supplies, but it's more like Sharpies, pens, you know, paper cutters, things like that. This is a junk drawer, so this just has like batteries in it. And then this down here is kind of like an overflow of things that we occasionally use. So I have the rest of the flashcards that my kids aren't currently using. I have our wheel down here. I have a couple of these silly starter writing prompts and our scrunch it maps. So that's what I keep down here. But that is what the cabinet looks like all completed. I hope that the way that I organized it works out. So that is it for today. I do still have a few things that I need to tackle before the first day of school, but I did run out of time today. I mean, my hair is already up and I was in the mood to clean, but I realized that it is almost dinner time and I don't even know what I'm gonna make for dinner. So I need to focus on that now. But you will see a part 3 homeschool prep because I'm not done yet. I have a few pieces of curriculum that I need to organize, like my daughter's writer workshop and our tea time together stuff. So you will be seeing that in the future, but that is it. Thank you so much for stopping by. You have a great day. Bye.